Ah, yes. The seatbelt sign is on, and we are into our final descent, headed straight towards week 7. What do we do about the chalk? Where are our favorite pivot plays? We're going to find out tonight here on the Contrarian episode, the secret menu of the DFS Deli. Broncos country? Shit, he's out, isn't he? Damn it! Sorry, let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, welcome in to the DFS Deli. I am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Sully Ali Shaheed. And yes, week 7 is here. And we are taking a deep dive. Those pivot plays, those uncomfortable plays that'll get you to the top of your tournament leader boards. Whether you're playing small field, MME, large field tournaments, it doesn't matter. The rules still remain the same. And we're going to cover it all tonight on the DFS Deli. Tonight, I am joined by Baker and Dale, making his triumphant return for week 2. Guys, we had a call off tonight. Our fellow deli mate had a party to attend, and I graciously gave him the night off. So shout out to Chill. He will not be on the episode tonight, but we ride nonetheless. I am fresh off of work. I had to work my second job tonight, so that was a good time, getting back into the swing of things, getting that Christmas money. But I won't need any Christmas money from that job after tomorrow when you, me, the listeners, all of us get to the top of our tournament leader boards. Baker, how are you feeling tonight, my friend?
I feel spicy. I feel swole. I feel shirtless and hairy.
This is taking a very erotic turn, but all right, we're on this.
That was not erotic. I literally don't have a shirt on right now.
You're talking spicy, you're talking swole, and you're talking shirtless.
I'm talking swole because prior to starting, I just worked out.
It doesn't matter.
I'm talking shirtless because I don't physically have a shirt on. I'm talking spicy because my dinner was actually very spicy and my mouth is still fucking on fire.
I thought you were talking spicy as in like these plays you're about to give us, because let me tell you, Matt Ryan is not spicy.
I mean, Matt Ryan is the key to he's the answer. He's one of the answers. One of the answers to the test.
Matt Ryan, the key to the slate, boys.
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of keys out there. There's keys to cars, there's keys to my heart, and there's keys to the slate. I will give you all 3 tonight.
Baker, I'm more excited about the key to your heart because I've been trying to figure that out for 21 years and I still haven't.
I mean, I've been trying to figure it out for 36, bruh.
Fair. Dale, welcome back. How's it going, man?
Dragging ass after a birthday party for a 2-year-old. A lot of Sesame Street shit and a lot of fucking work.
Yeah. 2-year-olds who do that to you. Yeah.
By the way, Sully, I think Dale's trying to take your shtick.
What?
I'm just saying, you got kids. Like, that's been your thing here in the deli for years. You're the Heath Slater. Dale's coming in here. He's trying to work on his Heath Slater, talking about his kid. I'm just saying, throwing it out there.
My kids are older, so I did it first. I don't care. There will always be imitators, but there was only one original, and that's me.
Well, he's got kids. Hard S. I have a kid.
I mean, we don't know. Sam might be pregnant again.
Nah, we one and done, dog. I already mentioned that.
Fair enough.
Hit him with it, Zoe.
I mean, you gonna have one more than me.
That you know of.
I mean, I've told many people this. If I ever have a kid, it's on accident. So
that's like my life story. I was an accident, which is cool.
I was definitely an accident.
In that case, remind me to yell at your mom next time I see her, Sully.
My mother has made it very clear that I was not expected. So which is fine. I mean, I think my brother and I were unexpected. She did not plan to have kids like at all. So shout out to mom for letting us come into this world, kind of unexpected. Yeah, for letting me live. Shout out Nick Cannon. But yeah, man, we're here and we're ready to talk about some week 7 contrarian plays. Guys, this is actually, and according to the numbers, this is actually the most, this is the favorite show of the week. So this actually almost doubles the amount of downloads the Wednesday show gets.
Well, that's because, nobody realizes on Wednesday because nobody does a first look podcast. Nobody's like, oh, first look. We got to see the first look because nobody else does it. So people aren't used to a first look since we're the only podcast that does that.
The only
one. Everybody does the final, ooh, this is what you got to do. So people want to come in.
That makes a ton of sense. And I think people want to hear more of the crazy shit that we have concocted in our heads because, man, this week, woo, I'm going off the motherfucking reservation, bro. I mean, I'm out there.
Matt Ryan, come on now. We can't get more crazy than Matt Ryan.
Yes,
Baker, you don't believe me? Just watch.
Love that Baker, song. I won the Daily Dollar last week with PJ Walker at me.
He did beat us with PJ freaking Walker, bro.
Before
we should be ashamed.
We should. But before we go on to talk about blah, 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 and blah, 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 literally, you guys made fun of me in our text thread about my Vikings being my doll hair because, Baker's Vikings fan, blah, 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 blah. If I would have actually switched to my other stack, I would have beat you.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, but you didn't.
I contemplated texting it. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers, I'm about to switch it up.
It's all right. Sorry, man.
My Tom Brady team would have took you.
Hey, new week, bro. New week, and we're ready for it.
We are
thrilled about it. Yeah, who dis, Lee? Well, if you don't know, we go position by position, identifying the chalk, and then we identify the pivot plays, the potential low-own plays that we could sprinkle in some of our lineups and, again, elevate us to the top of the leaderboards. So, as always, we start with the QB position, and I'm very excited to talk about this one because this is going to be strange. Very, very strange. Not necessarily playing any bad plays per se, but as we know, Lamar is the chalk, and there's going to be a decent amount of ownership behind Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. Now, as far as the latter, I like the pieces that they have. I like Mike Williams. I like T. Higgins. There's going to be pieces. I like Mark Andrews in a vacuum. But if this ownership is going to be, especially in higher dollar single entry tournaments, now MME, you can get away with pretty much everything. But these guys, I'm not saying they're not core plays, but you can poke holes in damn near everybody. But there's a couple holes that, it might steer you away from a couple of these plays. So, again, Lamar, divisional matchup. We haven't seen the ceiling from him in several weeks now. And it's kind of scary. So, you get Mark Andrews banged up. He just announced that he is going to play. Bateman, questionable. He should be playing. We should welcome him back. But you can tell that receiving core is in kind of disarray with them signing 39-year-old, 95-year-old Deshaun Jackson. And I'm just – Lamar is a solid cash game. Of course, he has that rushing floor that we all love in our cash games, especially with no hurt business, no Josh Allen on the slate. But it's just something about this game that just scares the living poop out of me. And I don't know what it is. I'm not saying don't play Lamar. Lamar is a fantastic play. But you can poke holes in it. And at this ownership, I don't know if I want to get there. So, guys, I'll start off with, I know, and we spoke off air with you two about Lamar, yes or no. I think these are both yes for you. But who is someone else that you're willing to play? And God dang it, Baker, we got to start with you with Matt Ryan, don't we?
I mean, you don't have to start with me. You by all means do not have to. But when you eventually come to me, one Matthew James Ryan III will be who I speak about.
Is that his full name? Is that his
Fuck.
actual full name, or did you make that up?
I 100% made that up.
Okay, because I kind of want to fact check you,
Ooh.
but as long as you acknowledge that you made it up, we're good.
I mean, now I have to look up his actual name. Just so
I mean,
you know.
it does roll off the tongue very well, so I mean, I will give you that.
Thank you. Matthew Thomas Ryan.
Matthew Thomas.
Of course, it's something basic. Of course, it is Thomas.
I mean,
Thomas.
I was on the right trail with James.
You never trust a guy with 2 first names, bro.
No, you only trust people with 2 first names. It's a crowd pleaser.
Can't do it.
All right. So here's the reason why I'm on Matt Ryan this week. One, we've seen Matt Ryan have success versus this Titans team already this season. His second best game since last week was his best game of the season. He had a lot of success versus them. What was it, week 2, week 1? I do believe week 2.
I'll say it wasn't week 1. They got ran by the Jags.
They tied Houston week 1.
Yeah, they tied Houston.
Oh, my bad. My bad. You're right.
Lord help us. They tied Houston. Secondly, we know where the ball's going when it's coming from the right arm of Matt Thomas Ryan. Third, we saw Carson Wentz carve up this secondary. If Carson Wentz can do it, anybody can do it because Carson Wentz is trash. This is my sneaky shootout of the day. Both defenses give up chunk plays, give up points in bunches. So if we're looking for a pace up spot, this could definitely be that game as well. And on the Tennessee side, it's really easy. Like your run backs, you literally have 2 options of run back. And no, Dale, it is not Austin Hooper. You run it back with your king. You run it back with Bobby Trees. That's it. You have Pity City, who didn't build this city. He runs this city. And you have Alec Pierce, the emerging rookie, he is a vertical threat. And he's also started to get some targets underneath as well, giving him a decent floor with a high ceiling as well. Because Tennessee gets beat deep. That's the one thing about Tennessee. They will give up these huge plays, and Alec Pierce has speed to burn. So there's a lot of expensive plays. So I feel like this is a week where obviously Lamar's a great play. Justin Herbert's a great play. I love them both. But there's salary to be saved, but not a lot at receiver and not so much at running back. So tight end and quarterback are the 2 positions that I want to try to save some money on. So that's what kind of also leads me to Matt Ryan.
This will be the week that he throws random touchdowns to like backup tight ends. You know that, right?
Oh, there's a chance that I will have whatever the rookie tight end's name is. I forget it off the top of my head. I will probably have a lineup with him. And there's a chance I'll have some Mo Ellie Cox in my life this week too.
Understood. Dale, who's a guy that you're going off the reservation with? Give me one of your main guys this week.
There's 2. There's definitely 2.
That's fine. Hit me with 2.
The first one is Jared Thomas Goff.
Is his middle name really Thomas?
Fact check it.
Wow.
We got so 2 guys with the middle name of Thomas is your guys' contrarian. Really?
Fact check it.
I don't want to. I know you did. I know you're good. We're good.
But I mean, he's only 5,800. I know he's going against Dallas, but the Sun God's back. Please, for the love of God, let DeAndre Swift play. My fantasy team needs this so bad.
It's not going to happen, Dale.
God. Just give me hope, please. I need him and Keenan Allen to both play.
Neither one of them is looking like they're going to.
Oh, you can forget about the Keenan Allen thing.
Fuck you, Baker.
I'm just reporting what Shefty tweeted, okay? This isn't me reporting it. This is just me reading the guy who knows everything football.
Oh. I don't even know. Oh, God. But yeah, anyways. Jared Thomas Goff. He's there for me. He's only 5,800 on DraftKings. I mean, gives you a little wiggle room other places. Or you can go with the guy going against that Kansas City defense that's really hasn't stopped the passing game yet this year against anybody in Jimmy G.
Well, I mean, tell me a little bit about Jimmy G, because we talked about this off air for a second. I mean, it's the second highest total on the board. And because of the disruption that CMC has caused, I think a lot of people are going to be off of this game, because what were solid plays with Debo and, Brandon Ayuk having the good week last week, and, the run back option on KC is Travis Kelce.
To one and only.
Yep, that's it. I mean, but the problem with Jimmy G for me, minus the wrench known as CMC, is the upside. Like, do we really see 303 from this guy at all? Or do we see like pieces that could benefit from this game environment?
I'm with the pieces. 303 is a little much asking for him, but I could probably see 3 touchdowns, but I don't see the 300 yards. Just ain't making it there. But I mean, he's even cheaper than Goff. He's only 5,500 on DraftKings. I mean, that's nothing for a quarterback that's supposed to be 5% owned.
Yeah, I mean, I think he presents a good swaption as well. So let's say you're sitting on Herbert or Geno or somebody in this late window, and your 1 o'clock guys fail. I mean, the lower owned quarterback of that late slate is going to be Jimmy G, with the potential for some upside. So I get behind that. Well, guys, I'm going to get gross. I'm going to throw 2 at you. No, it is not Brett Ripien. I'm just not going to do that. But I got 2 guys. One is the bad gentleman known as Aaron Rodgers. Now he has a condensed target tree with the slew of injuries that they have at the receiver position. So we, in theory, minus the running backs, we know where the ball is going. And this Washington pass defense is sauce. I think Baker thinks that the Tennessee game could be the sneaky shootout. I think the sneaky shootout is right here in this Green Bay game. I think you got a guy on the opposite side in Taylor Heineke that plays with his hair literally on fire, and he has 0 to lose. So I think they play up in pace in this game, and I think Taylor Heineke is going to fling it to the point where there could be a little back and forth in this game. I think Aaron Rodgers getting back to basics comments is basically saying, put the damn ball in my hand, let me handle this. And I think we get a vintage Aaron Rodgers game out of him. And I think that this Washington Commanders team is the cure-all for bad quarterback play after especially this embarrassing loss to the Jets last week. So I think he's in an intriguing spot at no ownership. And the last guy, my second guy, if everybody's going to be on the chalkier pieces of this Raiders game, there's got to be some pushback.
Don't you dare.
Davis Mills.
Yes.
Against this 32nd ranked, according to DVOA, pass defense. We definitely know where the ball is going. Dameon Pierce is going to be chalky. You want to play the opposite side of this?
Handing the ball off to Dameon Pierce?
No. Here's the thing. There are, not only is his options cheap, they're low owned. So let's say you started your day with, your late slate, I should say, because they play at 4, with Davis Mills, Nico Collins, Brandon Cooks, run it back with Devontae Adams. You avoid every chalk piece for the Raiders, and you literally leverage the field at 0 ownership. Let's say you play all chalk at 1 o'clock, and that's your stack late. There is definitely potential for this Vegas team to get torn up by Davis Mills. I mean, this secondary is horrific. And if we're expecting Josh Jacobs to be chalky and score all these points, and, we got the island of Foster Moreau unlocked now that Darren Waller's out, like, there's so many chalky pieces on this side. If you play the opposite end of it, you leverage a huge chunk of the field. I mean, a huge chunk of it. So tell me that there is not potential for Davis Mills to actually have a serviceable day in fantasy. And look at this price, man. The price unlocks so much in the rest of your lineups. You can play your Ecklers. You can play your King. You can play whoever you want at that point. I'm not saying he has anywhere near the upside of these top guys. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Lamar. I completely understand that. But what he gets you in this cheap stack is options to get up to some of the places that the other teams around you are unable to get to. So give me some Davis Mills. Give me some AA Ron. And I'm out of here.
I thought you were going to say Derek Carr. That's why I said stop it.
I'm not playing Derek Carr, sorry ass.
You scared me. Like, it was a build-up for Derek Carr, and I'm like, don't you fucking dare.
Nah, man. I've played enough Derek Carr in my day that I know better. I'm very good on that. No, thank you.
I feel like Chill's ears just perked up because we said Derek Carr. Like, somebody's talking about my boy Derek Carr.
Like, ooh, double stack Devontae Adams and Foster Moreau with Derek Carr. No, I'm good.
So
I mean, the island of Foster Moreau only produces every single time he's the starter. So
I know, right? Dale, what are you saying?
Got to throw something at you for the last time Taylor Heineke played Green Bay last year.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Went 25 for 37, 268, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 10 rushing attempts for 95 yards, and got 22 points.
Floor. Let's go. Again, there could be some pushback. This could be a sneaky shootout, man.
Taylor Heineke will either play like he will keep the game close, or he's going to throw 7 picks.
7?
I mean, that's Taylor Heineke.
He
As somebody who played way too much Taylor Heineke last year.
He never threw more than 2 last year.
I was being sarcastic, Dave.
I'm going to allow this.
I mean, you could say 7. I don't give a shit. The paid actor can throw 4.
We're not talking about the actor, all right? He's hurt. He's not playing. He's not in Cleveland. We don't care.
I mean, he was hurt all last year too, but still played.
But yeah, as a Heineke truther, he will play you into a game. Like, he has some sort of upside to him, and he will bury your lineup so fucking fast as well. Again,
I didn't advocate to play Taylor Heineke. I just said he's going to keep it close with Aaron. I didn't say play Taylor Heineke.
I'm talking to Dale. Okay. I'm talking to the farmer, not you.
I'm not playing Taylor Heineke. You crazy?
Hell no.
I'm crazy. Well, I ain't that crazy.
That's just dumb.
You might be.
I might be. I am playing Aaron Rodgers in like a lot of lineups tomorrow.
I mean, you're playing Davis Mills, all right?
Let's go!
Davis fucking Mills.
I'm playing the Mills Mafia, baby.
Can you ride?
What, because you don't have your other Mafia, you're playing Mills?
Yeah.
Because it rhymes with Bills?
Yeah, dude! You've put all the pieces together, Baker, and I am upset. You solved the puzzle of my QB conundrum.
I mean, we are 2 halves of one whole idiot, my friend.
You ain't wrong, baby. You ain't wrong. Any other quarterbacks to mention before we head over to running back?
Can I debunk this Jared Goff shit for Dale?
No.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. So, I mean, Joe mentioned Wednesday, the show that nobody listened to, or less people listen to.
Less. The people listen. It's just less than this show for some strange reason. Like you have like 8 hours to digest this show, whereas you have like 5 days to digest the Wednesday one.
Jill mentioned an interesting point that literally since Jared Goff has been a Lion, he does not have a road victory. Now, I understand that's not conducive for fantasy points, but the conducive part for it is in those games, he normally does not, like, it's normally not a shootout type of situation. Now, we've seen the Lions in a lot of shootouts this year. This Cowboys defense ain't shooting out with shit. They are flat out just shutting people down outside of Jalen Hurts because he's Jalen Hurts.
I mean, to be fair with that game, I'll give you your credit here. Like, I'll give you their credit on their defense. But to be fair to that poor defense, how many times did fucking Cooper Rush get picked off and literally Jalen Hurts only had to go like 35, 40 yards and they were there already?
I mean, that Eagles defense is legit.
I know
Hell yeah,
it
it is.
Oh, I know it is.
That Eagles defense is legit out there. They have arguably the best, two corner tandem in football right now.
And I mean, they got rookie Jordan Davis just literally causing problems in the middle for rush.
But not to mention, like, if the Cowboys we know that, the Lions are the gift that keeps on giving. You know what I'm saying? They're the Oprah Winfrey of touchdowns. Everybody gets one.
Except your boy.
We're not on running backs yet. As we transition to running backs, once I shut the hell up, then we can talk about my boy. So you mean to tell me in a script that should be Jared Goff having to throw a bunch with this Cowboys defense teeing off and they can force some turnovers? Yeah, Jared Goff just no.
Yep. Give me the Dave Hester from fucking Storage Wars. Yep.
I mean, I'll take my Thomas versus your Thomas.
Oh.
I think that just made the list.
Did we just make the prop list? Did we?
I mean, it sounds like we got the list of Jericho coming out of retirement. Now, Sully, take us to running.
You just made the list!
Lord Jesus.
Why do you have it queued up?
Either you had that queued up or you found that way too fast.
I found it way too fast on Zed. Oh, actually, so it used to be one of my notification ringtones on my phone. So there's that.
Touche.
Well, running backs, basically it is not flat. I mean, Josh Jacobs and Uncle Lenny leading Z-Way at running back. So we're thinking like you got to sit in between maybe 15% or lower to be considered contrarian. And the only like running back, in my opinion, that could break a slate at less than 5%, it's the same guy every damn week. It's Nick Chubb. So, I mean, I don't understand, and I get the matchup, but like it's something about his name or whatever the case is that no one ever plays him. And guess what? I ain't playing him either. So I get that he is very capable. He's Derrick Henry, except he leaves the field. And that's the problem with that man. I mean, if Kareem Hunt wasn't a thing, then maybe he would be rostered.
Wasn't an idiot. Or Stefanski wasn't.
Or if Stefanski wasn't dumb. Yes, I completely agree. But as far as like sub 10% guys go, I mean, Nick Chubb always makes the list. But we don't need to advocate for him. But it's more so there's going to be some, I don't know, pivots, but there could be a couple guys that are below 10% that you could sneak into your tournament lineups. And leading off that list for me personally is Travis Etienne.
Yes.
So this Giants team, decent against the run, but I think that at his price point, and we're seeing that usage transition further and further away from James Robinson and go to the more explosive Travis Etienne, that this could be a spot where we could potentially get that breakout game. So you want to talk about somebody that's less owned than the field at a good price. I think Travis Etienne, this could be one of those games where we see not the torch passed, but we see more of like a 70-30 split with Etienne compared to Robinson. And obviously, even if the game script goes the opposite way, Travis Etienne is the receiving back. So I think he's one of those guys. And of course, I will always advocate for the brand. As Baker humbly mentioned, that Detroit is the gift that keeps on giving when it comes to fantasy production. And I understand that with Tony Pollard's game, it has to come from deep. But as far as attaining a ceiling, that's what we want. We want him to come from deep. We want a 50-yard touchdown run. We want a guy to be, in the top 3 with 11 carries and 100+ yards and 2 because he got there on long runs. And again, this Detroit defense is definitely a team that could give it up. So I understand that with Ezekiel Elliott gaining more steam, that people would shy away from Tony Pollard. But this is definitely a spot, especially in larger field tournaments, that I would certainly consider sprinkling in some Tony Pollard for the brand. Dale, because I don't want to hear about Zeke right now from Baker. So give me a couple of guys that are making your list as a low-owned play.
So you already mentioned Tony Pollard. I was in on it also. But like we talked about pre-show, Gus Edwards got activated off the PUP list. And something about Harbaugh just loves him some Gus Edwards. Just always. So I got a feeling at 4K. Why not? Nobody is going to play Gus Edwards. And why the hell not take a shot at it?
Hey, was it last year that the Ravens had a game where like 3 of their running backs scored touchdowns?
Yes.
Wasn't it like Latavius Murray?
Oh, God.
I know Latavius Murray was one of them. Dobbins, was it Gus Edwards and Justice Hill?
Gus Edwards nor Justice Hill even played last year.
Oh, my bad. So they had 3 random dudes score 3 random touchdowns.
It was Latavius Murray, me, and you scored touchdowns.
There's my whole Lamar argument. There it is, right there. 3 random guys. So tomorrow we get Justice Hill, Kenyon Drake, and the Gus Bus all active in that backfield. You best believe Lamar is going to fall down at the 1 multiple times, and then these random dudes are going to punch it in. Check it, book it, do it.
Don't forget Mike. Don't forget Mike Davis is somehow involved in this offense.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Mike Davis is still a thing.
Mike Davis is not a thing.
He's
not a thing
on the roster, I guess.
He plays.
I guess.
That's like saying Anthony Schwartz plays for the Browns.
He does.
He plays. Bunny ears.
I mean, for the start of the season, he was out snapping David Bell.
How's that going for him?
I mean, it's going about as well as you would think for somebody who can't catch.
And just another spinoff. What's your guys' projections for CMC this weekend?
You can't play him.
Yeah,
you can't. You can't play him. Like, you can't trade a guy midweek and think he's going to be anywhere acclimated near with the playbook. So let's say he gets 5 to 10 basic touches, your basic schemes just to get used to there's no ceiling, especially at the price that he's at. You want CMC to be CMC at that price. There is 0 way you can play CMC tomorrow. 0.
So you're going to tell me that you can get Kyle Shanahan to get a guy right off the practice squad and get him.
It's their practice squad. It's their playbook.
Nah, man. I can see it.
Are you following the babysitting narrative? Is that what you're following?
You can call it that.
Because, Kyle Shanahan used to babysit CMC.
I mean, I was going to go more along the lines of like, oh, we have a shiny new toy. Let's see what it can do.
No. You don't get, the fresh off the factory freaking drag race car, put it straight to the track. You got to break that motherfucker in, man.
How about this? You ready for this bet, Sully? And you can take it or leave it. We can hit you with another. You just made the list if you want, but CMC will outscore Jonathan Taylor this week.
Whoa! Yeah, sign me up.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. If he wants to give me these easy ones, shit. I'll take it.
What the fuck are you smoking over there, Dale?
The midnight oil off of a birthday party, dog.
Have you been spending too much time on the fucking farm? Is something wrong with you?
I haven't been to the farm in a hot minute, man.
Guys, any other names you want to sprinkle in at running back that can make some intriguing plays tomorrow at low ownership?
Well, it was funny that he wanted to say freaking Jonathan Taylor, because I was about to say Jonathan fucking Taylor.
I got JT in the middle of all these guys. People are going to play Jonathan Taylor.
I got JT at 5.
I had JT at like 6.5, I think.
Hey, man, if y'all got him low, I will go with what y'all got. So if y'all think he's 10% or less, I'm in. Sign me up for JT as well. I'm in.
And the main reason is, once again, I told you this game, I like this game, period.
Yeah, but you like the passing side of it.
I do like the passing side of it. But there's always the chance JT is Derrick Henry-esque and he breaks off these huge runs, you know, that you were just talking about with Tony Pollard that he does as well. Pacing this game up, I could see a battle where these two running backs just score 15,000 points between them. That's definitely within the realm of possibilities.
Right. I'm with you.
And anytime you give me somebody elite, which Jonathan Taylor is the elite of the elite, at sub 10, I'm gonna roll the dice on that all day.
He is the 101.
I mean, he was my 104, but that's a different conversation.
Yes, for a different day.
Because my 101 was my king.
Damn right, it should be.
Next year it won't be. Next year it will not.
My king shall remain on the throne until death. Or retirement, whatever.
Let's go. Buffalo Sabres beating Vancouver tonight. Let's go.
Who freaking cares?
That doesn't sound like football. What division they in?
Wish they were in the AFC North.
I think they're in the AFC East. You know, Buffalo. Get it?
No.
I'm giving you some Bills talk since really, Dale.
Why does he have this stuff queued up?
No, that's it. That's his mouth.
Sully, I can do that right on. Like,
that's
on cue.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
me.
so strange.
That's his mouth.
That is strange, bro.
Like on cue, Sully, I can do that anytime. It's
fair.
So anytime Baker just starts hitting them off with them off the wall bullshit off topic, and we're just gonna hit him with it. Because we can't do it to the owner of the deli, so we have to do it to the I
mean, you can do it to the owner of the deli.
We can't do it to the owner.
Fuck the owner. He can kiss my ass.
The owner has upgraded. Like, he assigned me to a position from intern to non-paid employee.
I mean, you've been on more shows than Studer, so
this is true.
Hey. You ready to head over to receiver, or Baker? Did you want to talk about Zeke for some odd reason?
all right. Last week I mentioned, you know what I'm saying, putting one between, you know, in the back of Zeke's head. I did not realize he got the Lions the following week. So we're going to hold off on putting Zeke down. we're going to give him his farewell tour with the Lions because they are the gift that gives to every fucking body. And then we'll put him down.
Give one last hurrah. Then you're going to shoot him in the back of the dome?
Absolutely.
It's gonna be like Draymond to Paul Pierce when he was retiring, telling him he ain't Kobe.
Right.
I thought you were gonna say that. You know, I'm about to hit him with that Jordan Poole. Just drop his ass.
What?
Baker. I'll take Zeke versus Tony Pollard right now.
Pay me.
Dale.
You just made the list.
Thank you.
Another win for the bad guy.
So, decision points at receiver, and I think this is where the slate is going to be made or broken. I think the two most interesting pivot plays, 2 or 3 actually, pivot plays on this slate reside at the wide receiver position. And the first guy I'm going to talk about is Davante Adams, who is the legit direct leverage off of Josh Jacobs. I think that a lot more people should be taking the risk that Davante goes off and Josh Jacobs doesn't, as opposed to the opposite. You leverage all of the Josh Jacobs owners if you go with Davante instead of Josh Jacobs. On FanDuel, as I mentioned, it's a lot easier because they're the exact same price. So if you put Josh Jacobs in your flex, your 1 o'clockers are failing or failed, you can move directly off of Josh Jacobs and go directly to Davante Adams. Draftkings, you kind of got to build around that because the price discrepancy is a wee bit different over there. But if you want to build that into your lineups, I think that that's a very solid way to go when it comes to that. Another interesting decision Chris Godwin versus Mike Evans. I don't understand why the alpha in this offense, minus Uncle Lenny, is always less owned than Chris Godwin. Mike Evans has 3 touchdowns and 100 yards written all over him every time that he takes the field. And we got a bit of a little squeaky wheel there. And then obviously the chalk of the chalk on the slate is going to be Sedarius Lamb. And I think if you don't want to play him, you can go straight down and stay in that offense, but go to Michael Gallup. We've seen Michael Gallup with his rapport with Dakota, and I think that CeeDee Lamb could have a very solid game. A 7 for 89 line is not bad for CeeDee Lamb. However, if we get these deep shots, we know the deep play guy is Michael Gallup. And again, Baker will reference your point. Detroit is that gift that keeps on giving. And I think there is a lot of gifts to be had in this Dallas offense. So I would rather play Michael Gallup at less than 10% than Sedarius Lamb at 30 plus. Whatever the case may be when the ownership, finally shakes out. And the last guy I'll mention, because you kind of harped on him a little bit earlier, is Pity City, Michael Pittman Jr. No one's going to play him. Did we not just see him go 13 catches, over 100 yards just last week? And no one's going to, quote unquote, chase that? That seems absolutely crazy to me. So Pity City definitely invites some mini stack potential with our king, or to a lesser extent, Bobby Trees.
With Matt Ryan.
I'm not playing with Matt Ryan. I said mini stack. I said mini correlation. I'm not playing freaking Matt Ryan.
God, I can't wait to take some shit down with Matt Ryan tomorrow. It's going to be glorious.
Baker, I will take Davis Mills versus Matt Ryan right now.
I've been waiting for you to say that all day.
Right now.
I've been waiting.
Dale?
Thank you. Another win for me. Another win for the bad guy.
Baker, I'll start with you. Tell me some other low-owned wide receivers that we should be targeting tomorrow.
Does DK Metcalf count as low-owned?
Not on my slate.
No.
Or not on my projections.
Does Tyler Lockett count as low-owned?
Well, everybody's going to be off him because of his hamstring injury. So, yes, I would consider him low-owned.
Does Jamar Chase count as low-owned?
Absolutely freaking not, you idiot.
I was just saying, like, literally my highest wide receivers until you'd call me an idiot.
There you go.
All right, we're going to get back into this Cleveland-Baltimore game. Theory is, and I'm once again going to quote Chill, Amari Cooper does not show up on the road. Not to mention he has probably the toughest matchup going up against the Ravens in Marlon Humphreys.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Browns are going to score, I mentioned the fact that David Bell snaps have been up. I'm not sure if I have the stones to pull the trigger on David Bell.
Yeah,
but,
that's whoa.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting off the reservation with some David Bell.
So he thought his picks were off the roof. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I thought I was a psychopath.
Oh, Lord.
But I can get behind some Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay, like, I'm with you on the Donovan Peoples-Jones thing, but why does it feel like every time the ball is thrown to Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's diving for the ball?
It's because he is.
Because he is.
Because he is. Why does it feel
like,
that way? Because he 100%
no.
is.
It's like that outfielder in fucking baseball that just dives for every play. No matter, it's not even fucking close. Like, this is easy pop up, and this dude's like, I'm gonna dive for it. It's like, what?
Or Jacoby Brissett can't put it on him, so he's like, "Fuck, I gotta be an athlete."
An athlete.
But yes, I think DPJ makes a intriguing run back with your Lamar stacks. So if you want to go the Lamar Andrews route, obviously, we speak heavily on being unique if you're going to go with a chalkier route. And I think a DPJ definitely gives you a unique build to your Lamar stacks.
That is definitely the way to get unique.
4,100.
So, interesting stat that I saw today. Like, Big Mike is gaining a little bit of ownership because of the news with Keenan Allen about him not playing. Apparently, Seattle's been really, really good at shutting down perimeter wide receivers. Now, Big Mike is still a fantastic play just based off of volume alone, and he can just absolutely go moss anybody. But where Seattle apparently really gives it up is in the slot. Last time I checked, Palmer was still in the concussion protocol, so it looks like he may not play.
Yep, that sits on
he
DeAndre Carter, bud.
So if we're going to get all the way, this is me going completely off the board, Sully.
Okay.
DeAndre Carter or, I mean, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I can see them running out their 2 tight ends, one online and one in the slot. And that leads to either Gerald Everett or DeAndre Carter, being that piece of the Chargers offense that has the favorable matchup against the Seahawks.
It's got to be Everett, right?
Isn't Parham out though? So how are they gonna run out their 2 tight ends? The other dude's just literally just a blocker. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's probably going to be Everett sliding into the slot, which I can definitely see.
I can see it. I mean, why not? Or, I mean, you could even always put Austin Eckler in the slot.
I mean, you could put Austin Eckler anywhere.
You're right,
really
though.
Good.
I mean, that just, without Keenan Allen, that just boosts the floor for Austin Eckler. I mean, I know we're not on running backs anymore, but yeah, like, I know his price is exorbitant, which would keep a lot of people off of him, but that just increases the floor for Austin Eckler to get more receptions. So.
Agreed. But like I said, we're going off the reservation. It's like you guys are playing foosball and I'm playing shuffleboard. I think DeAndre Carter's that shuffleboard play for me.
Baker, so DeAndre Carter's is their last wide receiver in, basically, right?
I mean, they have a few more rookies that haven't seen damn near any playing time this year.
Okay.
So pretty much, yes.
Baker, I will take that guy who you just mentioned. I will put him against Amari Rodgers tomorrow.
Okay. You gonna have to give me some kind of thought process or logic behind why the fudge would be playing Amari Rodgers.
Listen,
hold on. What am I writing here?
DeAndre Carter versus Amari Rodgers.
Ew. Are we sure about that?
Yeah. We're going off the reservation. So, Randall Cobb just hit the IR.
Yes.
Sammy Watkins probably ain't coming back tomorrow. He's questionable, but let's be real. Who cares? So let's just consider him out.
Okay.
When Randall Cobb went down with his injury, Amari Rodgers had to be the one to step into that slot role. That's the most amount of snaps he's played all year because they literally have nobody else.
I mean, it's the most snaps he played in his career.
Correct. He caught his one target. All right. This is the deepest dart throw you'll ever find in your life. However, if he's going to be out there on 3 wide receiver sets, and again, this is the Commanders we're talking about.
Yes.
There is potential that, and obviously no Christian Watson either. He's out. There's a potential if he gets his snap share up to, 20 to 30 snaps in that game, there is potential for 2 to 3 deep shots with Amari Rodgers. We know he's their punt and kick returner, so he has elite speed. If you get him in a mismatch, he could be the guy that scores a random touchdown from Aaron Rodgers. I'm just putting it out there.
So you mean to tell me
this is MME.
You
want
want
not to be played in small field at all.
You want to take a player,
yeah,
who ceiling might be 20 snaps.
Yeah.
So best case scenario, if they run 60 plays, he's out there for 30% of their snaps.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Versus a receiver who
starting,
who not only will start, is playing a far worse secondary in Seattle versus Washington. Actually, it might just be comparable. We'll just call that a wash.
Yeah. Just call it a wash. Yeah.
But somebody who's going to play probably close to 80% of his team snaps, if not more.
Yeah, sure.
Sully.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Baker.
I mean, Sully, this is come on. I mean, these bets are getting too easy for me.
Baker.
They are getting way too
Baker,
easy.
I have never been so sure of anything in my adult life, okay? Amari Rodgers is splashing pay dirt tomorrow at approximately 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon. Book it
They play
at 1.
At 1. Dale.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the Chargers.
It's the Chargers
game.
that play it. The Chargers play it.
And the Chargers play later. So Amari Rodgers is setting the benchmark, bro.
All right, Sully, I'm gonna dare you to put your money where your mouth is.
Ooh.
Okay, talk to me.
I have no idea what the prop is on an Amari Rodgers anytime touchdown for Green Bay tomorrow.
Okay, I'm sure there's not one.
I mean, I can look it up as we begin to start looking at tight ends, as we begin to start talking about tight ends. But I dare you to put your hard-earned dollars, not only on Amari Rodgers in your lineup, but if you are so certain that he's going to score a touchdown tomorrow, I'm trying to get you more monies.
Yeah.
Amari anytime touchdown has to be stupid odds. I'm just saying, that's my dare to you, to put your money where your mouth is and put a bet in Amari Rodgers anytime touchdown.
Okay. All right. I'm in. I'm totally in.
On FanDuel, it's plus 1,300.
Bro. Solid.
Gross.
On DraftKings, it's plus 950, and MGM is plus 750.
I'm trying to put some more money in your pocket, Sully.
I respect you, man. I appreciate you, bro. I know you're looking out for me and the fam because I got kids.
And one last receiver that I'll throw out there because I still love the Colts, Alec Pierce. All right, I'm done now.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Chill's fat chick at the bar is the sun god, Ron St. Brown.
I was about to say, I didn't even get into the wide receivers. I was going with the Sun God or Romeo Doubs. I mean, Romeo Doubs, after his last 4 games, has 9, 5, 8, and 8 for targets over his last 4 games. And it's only going to go up.
I mean, Romeo Must Die could be a fantastic play.
Dale, you've picked the wrong Green Bay receiver.
Lord Jesus.
All right, you want my
No.
Come on, bud. You want my lock in?
I'm not taking Romeo Doubs versus Amari Rodgers.
No. This is gonna be even better. Better.
Talk to me.
Romeo Doubs will double the point output of Amari Rodgers.
So what does he need? 1 catch for 10 yards?
Facts.
Well, you can't double 0, so I mean.
If he gets double 0. God damn it.
Are you ready to move on to tight end? Because I wanted to have some fun at wide receiver because I am ready. I am ready for Michael Gallup to smash the slate and Amari Rodgers to score at approximately 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm just gonna stay asleep until after 1:45. Just so.
Oh my God! If you wake up and there's like 20 texts on your phone,
I'll wake up at
just don't even look.
Yeah, I'll wake up at 1:46. If my phone is just lit up like a Christmas tree, I'm going back to sleep.
It's gonna be like when I blow up Chili's phone when Braxton Berrios scores for the brand.
Your brand is all sorts of fucked up, for the record.
Why?
I mean, Tony Pollard, Braxton Berrios, like, come on, get your shit together. Get your head
It also has Amari Cooper, okay, King Henry, Geno Smith, okay. There's some ballers on the brand, okay.
Did you just mention the number 1 PFF quarterback?
He is not the number 1. He's not number 1.
He is playing the number 1 that is playing this week.
That's playing this week.
God.
If you would have read the syllabus and went back and listened again to the Wednesday show.
I did listen to the Wednesday show again, actually.
The number 1 rated PFF quarterback this week that is playing is the brand's captain.
I mean, don't worry. That first of all, it is Sully's brand. Let's be very clear on that. Sully.
There's only one brand. All right, I've coined it. All right, it is the brand. There is no Dale brand. There's no Baker brand. There's no
there's a
Chill
Baker
brand.
brand.
No, it's not.
No. Fuck. I can have my own brand. You can't stop me from having my own brand.
You name it something else. I don't give a shit what you name it. However, the brand is Sully's and Sully's alone.
No.
Just like the fat chick at the bar belongs to Chill. Okay, you create your own shit and you leave my shit alone. All right.
I will. You don't have a copyright infringement on it. All right. If I want to hijack it, I will. You cannot stop me.
Baker.
Tight end, Sully.
Let's slide on to tight ends.
Tight end, Sully.
So, most of the ownership, OBS, is concentrated around Mark Andrews. And on the higher end, it looks like, albeit a little steam has been gathered behind Kelsey and Kittle, I think they still at least come half owned of Mark Andrews. And I get it. I mean, this matchup is delectable, as it were. Mark Andrews only been shut down one time, and that was against the Buffalo Bills. But again, Cleveland is bad, and I get the justification for the ownership. I just don't get it for the price. So I know that there's only two tight ends on this slate that can separate themselves from the position, being Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews. But if you tell me that Travis Kelce is going to come in half the ownership, if not more than half the ownership of Mark Andrews, I'll take Travis Kelce every day of the week. I get, the natural stacking partner is expensive when it comes to Lamar and Patrick Mahomes. Completely understand that. But minus those guys, it seems like this is the week to pay down at tight end. An adjustment from Wednesday's show, it looks like people have, got a brain and are not playing Greg Dulcich this week, especially with the news that Let's Ride is out. So, thank goodness people are coming off of that. But again, we got the island of Foster Moreau open, or Foster Australian for tight end. He's now unlocked with the absence of Darren Waller. There's other guys at Cade Otton, another pay down option. And I think this ownership is going to be pretty much spread out. But as Baker mentioned earlier, a guy that's not coming in with a lot of ownership is Gerald Everett. I mean, we're talking about a team that is going to have to rely on other passing options with the potential absence of Keenan Allen. He could be basically thrust into the slot role for this team. And if Seattle is as bad as advertised, because they are, Gerald Everett at lower ownership could be a mid-priced option. He's not a pay-up option. He's not a low-priced option. He's a mid-priced option. So Gerald Everett is one of the guys I am definitely highlighting on this slate at low ownership. So that's my guy. How about you guys? Dale, tight ends, low owned?
Oh, it's Greg Dulcich. Duh.
It is not.
He's not low owned either.
He's not low owned, and he sucks. I mean, he doesn't suck. He actually is really, really good. But his situation sucks. His situation is trash.
I get it, but
so
I got
who's
it
their
at 4%?
Who's their quarterback again?
I don't know.
That's the point.
Thank you, Baker.
But what do quarterbacks that don't see the field very often like to do the most?
Throwing completions, interceptions, get sacked. I don't know. You name it.
Throw checkdowns.
To Melvin Gordon?
No, Melvin Gordon's not even going to see the field.
To Latavius
starting.
Murray?
Stop it. Oh, yeah, because Let's Ride's not playing. I forgot.
Nah, even before Russell Wilson got ruled out, Nathaniel Hackett said Melvin Gordon was starting on Monday or Tuesday.
Anyway.
But yeah, I got Greg Dulcich at 12% right now.
I have him at 4.
I see 8 myself.
I'm
Regardless, it's too
8-15.
Regardless, it's too much.
All right. I mean, if you're gonna double stack with the Sun God, you could always go TJ Hawkinson.
Don't you fucking dare. You got your one good week out of TJ Hawkinson. You leave that man the fuck alone.
Seriously, you missed the boom week. It's over. Run away. It's done. We're done here. I can't do it. I can't pull the trigger on TJ Hawkinson. I refuse.
It's like, hell, we barely wanted to play him when he was chalk. We ain't about to play him in this matchup.
I know, right?
I mean, you're
Can't
right.
do it, brother.
Nobody's going to play TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, and this is the low-owned show, so I mean, I guess he does fit the bill. He fits the description, but ugh, I can't do it, big dog. I can't do it.
What do you guys have for Bob Tunyon?
Hey, man, anybody coming off 10 catches? I mean, I'm in on ownership on Big Bob. I got less than 5.
Likewise.
Yeah, I've got 3. You just talking about how he's got to have somebody to throw the ball to, right?
He does, Dale. Amari Rogers, bro. Remember the name, bro.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna lose sleep just thinking about Amari Rogers.
You're going to lose sleep on Sunday night thinking, oh my God, I could have won, but I played Amari Rogers.
You're talking about the guy who's gonna have like Amari Rogers and Davis Mills in the same lineup.
Oh, literally, you're playing everybody, rest of the dudes are on your team at that point in time. Like, fuck paying down anywhere else. You just play the rest of the dudes.
Yeah. King Henry, Austin Eckler, Uncle Lenny, they're all in the lineup at that point.
Lord Jesus. I mean,
Hey.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. You go.
I don't have another low own because, I mean, pretty much the rest of the tight ends have been mentioned. I will give an honorary mention to Kyle Pitts. For his brand.
Redacted.
Like, Travis Kelce obviously is coming in at low ownership. You mentioned him getting steamed up. And we were talking about it before the show. It is so difficult to build lineups for Travis Kelce. Whether it's with Pat Mahomes, without Pat Mahomes, whatever the case may be, even if you're building it with a Jimmy G as using Travis as a run back, it is so difficult to build these lineups with Travis Kelce.
It's ridiculous.
I think his ownership drops. Like, whatever we're projecting him at, 5, 6, 8, I think that projection drops. Just because when it comes to, people building tonight and tomorrow morning and so on and so forth, it is so difficult. People will come off of him, and if they want a piece of that game, they're going to go to George Kittle, I think. I think George Kittle catches a little bit more steam, and Kelce just is the odd man out.
Agreed. I 100% agree. 100%. What I was trying to say is that I know we're running a little long. We'll slap defense in the face, and hit our slate breaker after that. But I swear to God, and I can't make this up, I had a dream. Last night. We were recording an episode of the DFS Deli, and I promise you, the sun god, Amon-Ra St. Brown, walked into my apartment and literally was like, "Can I be a guest on your show?" And I'm like, "Dude, grab a mic." So half the show was us asking questions about football and fantasy and et cetera with Amon-Ra St. Brown. So if that doesn't say, Sully, you lock in Amon-Ra St. Brown in all your lineups, I don't know what does.
I mean, it sounds like you just hit the lock button on
I have to. A, I'm thinking about DFS too much, and B, why him?
So random.
So random. It could have been anybody on the brand. It could have been Gino. No, it was the sun god. And I'm like, bro, lock it in. I'm in. I'm in. Every lineup will have a mini stack of the sun god and Michael Gallup. Every last one.
Or Tony Pollard.
Or, yep, you're right. You're right. Or Tony Pollard. I appreciate you. You're right. You're right, my dude. You're right. Defenses, real quick. Anybody but the Jets.
Sticking with what I said Wednesday. Cowboys.
Dale.
Denver. It's like I said. It's at Iowa versus North Dakota State or South Dakota State, whoever the hell it was. 7-5, no touchdown scored.
Gross.
Denver's defense is going to be on the field the entire game.
They about to be gassed.
I mean, gassed.
And then Brees the Beast is going to break out like a 70-yarder at the end of the game.
Oh, I can definitely see that. But yeah, I mean, I like the Cowboys call. I mean,
Oh, and it's
Jared
in
Goff sucks.
Denver too.
Yes, it's in Denver. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Don't care. Don't care. Yeah, no other defense really intrigues me. I mean, like, defense is so highly variant. You could play damn near anybody and get away with it, except the Jags last week, who got negative.
Gross.
Hey, that's your boy Matt Ryan, man.
That is
your
my boy.
That's your boy.
My boy.
I'm in. Baker, who breaks the slate tomorrow? Give me your slate breaker and a random bold call. I need two. Because you already know I'm saying Amari Rogers' name one more time. So I need a random bold call and who breaks the slate tomorrow.
All right, we're gonna stick in this Colts Titans game for both of these. Well, one, this Colts game will hit 60 points.
Okay, 60. All right.
Second of all, we're gonna go with Alec Pierce. Over 102 of them things.
Wow.
Yeah, at 4,300,
Wow.
he's going to be a piece that you desperately need.
Okay.
Wow.
Dale, who breaks the slate and another random call?
I'm going with Gus Edwards. I'm breaking the slate.
Breaking the slate. Gus Edwards.
Yes. Hear me out on this.
Literally a tournament winner tomorrow.
Hear me out. Ready? This dude is going to have he's going to have that Travis Kelce game a couple weeks ago where it was 5 catches for 25 yards and 4 touchdowns. Except for this dude's going to have 10 carries for 20 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then a receiving touchdown too. Throw it in there.
This dude has 5 catches in his career, and somebody's about to have enough. He's going to have, what the heck?
Yep.
This is the same dude that called Mike Gesicki last week, so I mean.
And I'm not giving him credit for that. I still refuse.
And Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
I gave you credit for those. Gave you credit. Mike Gesicki, you do not get credit from me.
Is it because he does the gritty better than you do?
First of all, no the fuck he doesn't. Second of all,
I feel like you just mad, bro. You mad?
I mean, I according to the opinion of Baker does a pretty good gritty, but no, Mike Gesicki, just hell no. Not a chance in fucking hell. Or no.
Wow.
He did it to the freaking echo thing.
Did
I can't stand you.
Was Mike Gesicki my bold call last week?
No, but you did mention him in tight ends, and we shit on you for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
bowl call. The Seahawks and Chargers game hit 70. Yep. I think it's gonna go straight up Seahawks Lions from a few weeks ago. So I think you're gonna need multiple pieces from that game.
So you're saying that DeAndre Carter's about to go stupid?
He could. Certainly could. Why the hell not? I think no matter how you want to stack this game, whether it's from the Geno side or the Herbert side, I don't care. Whatever the case is, just stack this game in any way possible. Obviously, Amari Rogers scores a 50-yard touchdown.
At 1:45.
At approximately 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think your slate breaker is in that game, is in the the Chargers Seahawks game, and I think Big Mike is going for at least $125 and 2 trips to the end zone area.
I need that so bad in your league, especially since Keenan Allen and DeAndre Swift ain't playing. I need that. I need all of that.
Well, get ready for it because it's happening. Guys, any other closing thoughts before we go ahead and shut down the Deli for the night and welcome everybody into their Sunday morning slate?
That I'm so glad that DeAndre Hopkins is back.
That's just lovely. Just lovely. Baker, closing thoughts for the slate tomorrow?
No ride.
I already miss you, Russell Wilson. I already miss you. Well, I guess I'll be doing the mopping tonight because I don't have chill. Baker, you go take your smoke break. That'll last into closing.
Sounds about right.
I got the grill.
Dale, I appreciate you stepping in, taking care of the grill for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. We appreciate all you listening on this fine Sunday morning. Good luck to all of you. And, of course, I hope to see you all at this, well, beneath me, because, Davis Mills and company will lead me to.
Well, they're going to be smart, Sully. They're going to play Carter over Rodgers, so they'll be ahead of you.
I don't think anyone will play either of them, but, I mean, there's that. But regardless of how you get there, I hope I see you all at the top. Thanks for listening tonight. We're out of here.
Peace.